Welcome to another episode of Spelling Bee Ninja, where we dive deep into the tiny, fascinating world of microorganisms. Today, we'll explore bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa, all of which play crucial roles in our lives. You might be surprised to learn how they impact our health, the environment, and even food production. So get ready, as we embark on this exciting journey into the microscopic realm that shapes our existence. Let's dig in and discover the invisible yet powerful organisms that live around us. Let's start by defining what exactly microorganisms are. Microorganisms, or microbes, are living organisms that are so small they can't be seen with the naked eye. This group includes bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, and algae. They are everywhere, in the soil, in the water, in the air, and even inside our bodies. While many of these microorganisms are beneficial, helping us in various ways, others can cause disease. One of the key figures in microbiology is Louis Pasteur, who made groundbreaking contributions to the field. He, along with Robert Koch, helped to establish the germ theory of disease, which explains how many diseases are caused by these tiny organisms. Without Pasteur and Koch's discoveries, our understanding of medicine and hygiene would look very different today. Moving on, let's focus on bacteria, a prominent group within the realm of microorganisms. Bacteria are single-celled prokaryotes, meaning they lack a nucleus. They possess a cell wall, a cell membrane, ribosomes, and their DNA is organized in a single circular chromosome located in a region called the nucleoid. Some bacteria are equipped with flagella, allowing them to swim through liquids. Reproduction happens predominantly through binary fission, where a single bacterium splits in two, making this process incredibly fast. Bacteria can be beneficial, such as the gut bacteria that aid digestion or nitrogen-fixing bacteria that help plants absorb nitrogen from the air. However, they can also be harmful. These are the pathogens that can lead to infections. Now, let's talk about viruses. Unlike bacteria, viruses are not considered living organisms because they cannot reproduce independently. They need a host cell to replicate. A virus is composed of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, surrounded by a protein coat called a capsid, and some possess an outer envelope. Viruses can cause many well-known diseases, including the flu, COVID-19, and HIV/AIDS. Understanding how viruses operate is crucial for developing vaccines and treatments. This brings us to fungi, another group of microorganisms. Fungi are eukaryotic organisms, which means their cells have a nucleus. They can exist as single-celled organisms like yeasts or as multicellular forms like molds and mushrooms. Fungi play essential roles in ecosystems, acting as decomposers that break down dead organic matter and recycling nutrients in the soil. Interestingly, they have cell walls made of chitin, which is the same material that makes up the exoskeletons of insects. Some fungi have important applications in food production. For example, yeast is a vital ingredient in bread making, helping bread to rise and adding flavor through fermentation. Let's shift our attention to protozoa, another fascinating group of microbes. Protozoa are single-celled eukaryotic organisms often characterized by their ability to move. They include species like amoebas, which are known for their unique shape-shifting movements, and paramecia, which use tiny hair-like structures called cilia for locomotion. While many protozoa are harmless, some can cause diseases, such as malaria, which is transmitted by mosquitoes. Understanding the life cycle and transmission of protozoa is crucial for controlling these diseases. Now, let's discuss how microorganisms relate to health through the germ theory of disease. This theory suggests that many diseases, from minor infections to major epidemics, can be attributed to microorganisms. The pioneering work of scientists like Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch laid the groundwork for modern medicine's understanding of infection and disease prevention. The germ theory led to the development of antiseptics used in surgeries by Joseph Lister, marking a monumental change in surgical practices. Another essential concept is the role of antibiotics, which are drugs specifically designed to kill bacteria or inhibit their growth. Penicillin, discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928, was the first antibiotic and has saved countless lives since then. However, there is a growing concern about antibiotic overuse. Utilizing antibiotics indiscriminately leads to resistance among bacteria, making infections harder to treat. As such, it's vital to use these drugs wisely to safeguard their effectiveness. This brings us to the human microbiome, a fascinating topic in microbiology. The human body is home to trillions of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and protozoa, all of which form the microbiome. It's estimated that there are about 100 trillion bacterial cells in our gut, which plays a significant role in digestion, immunity, and overall health. The makeup of our microbiome can fluctuate based on factors like diet, antibiotic use, and environmental influences. In fact, some scientists refer to the microbiome as the forgotten organ because of its crucial functions in our health. Maintaining a healthy microbiome is essential. It helps digest fiber, produces vital vitamins like B12, and plays a role in training our immune system. A balanced microbiome may even influence conditions such as obesity and allergies, making it important to care for these tiny inhabitants of our bodies. One way to support a healthy microbiome is through diet, particularly by consuming fiber-rich and fermented foods, which provide necessary nutrients for these beneficial microbes. Finally, let's touch on the importance of vaccines in combating diseases caused by microorganisms. Vaccines are designed to stimulate the immune system, training it to recognize and fight specific pathogens without causing the illness itself. They contain weakened, inactivated, or parts of the pathogen, known as antigens. The first vaccine was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796 for smallpox, revolutionizing public health. Vaccination is a powerful tool that has significantly reduced the prevalence of many infectious diseases. Understanding how vaccines work and the importance of vaccination is crucial, especially in today's world, where new diseases continually emerge. As we've explored today, microorganisms are an integral part of life on Earth. While some microbes can cause diseases, the vast majority are beneficial or harmless. They're used in food production, help decompose organic matter, and are involved in biotechnological applications like genetic engineering and insulin production. By learning about these tiny organisms, we recognize their significance in our lives and the world around us. Today we've uncovered the fascinating world of microorganisms, diving into the diverse roles that bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa play in our lives. We learned about the significance of bacteria, their beneficial roles in digestion, and their potential to cause disease. We also delved into viruses, their structure, and how they replicate inside host cells. Additionally, we explored fungi's role in decomposition and food production, the mobility of protozoa, and the critical importance of the human microbiome. Furthermore, we discussed the implications of antibiotic use, the role of vaccines, and how microorganisms shape our health. This knowledge enriches our understanding of both the invisible organisms that surround us and their critical impact on our daily lives. Thank you for joining us on this eye-opening journey into the world of microorganisms. Remember, these tiny organisms significantly shape our health and environment, from supporting digestion to influencing disease resistance. Keep exploring and learning about science, as there's always more to discover. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the wonders of life around you.